Granny once said betrayal from a stranger cuts the skin, but betrayal from family, it cuts the soul. My name is Oge, and this is my story. Before I continue, please do me a favor by hitting that subscription icon. This means a lot to us. Thank you. We'll never forget the day my own brother-in-law stood before the Council of Elders, raised his trembling hand, and accused me of a crime that could destroy my name forever. The crowd had gathered in the village square. Men, women, and children pressed close, their eyes hungry for scandal. The sun burned down on our heads, yet the air felt cold with suspicion. And then his voice broke through the silence. She did it. She stole from me. She betrayed this family. Gasps erupted. Mothers pulled their children aside. Old men shook their heads. Fingers began to point at me. For a moment, I could not breathe. Me, a thief? I stared at him. This man married to my elder sister, this man who had eaten my food, laughed at my jokes, called me sister. Now his eyes were sharp with venom. I clenched my fists, my heart pounding. He thought he had already buried me. He thought his lies would break me. But what he forgot, what he could never imagine, was that I came from Dim, the clan of tigers, a clan that never bows, a clan that never forgives betrayal, a clan that carries something more than blood. That day, a fire awoke inside me. He thought his words were enough to destroy me, but he had only awakened the tiger. It all began 3 days before the council. Dinka, my brother-in-law, claimed that a bag of money had been stolen from his room. He stormed into my sister's compound, his face red with rage, his voice loud enough to wake the dead. I had just finished pounding yam when he arrived. His eyes were wild, his shirt half open, his hands trembling. "Where is it?" he roared. I blinked in confusion. Where is what? My money, my savings. Do not pretend, Oge. You were the last person who entered my room. Where is my money? My jaw dropped. What are you saying? I have never entered your room without permission. Why would I take your money? But he was not listening. His anger grew like a fire spreading through dry grass. Neighbors rushed out of their houses, ears eager for scandal. Could it be true? Oge, the quiet one, a thief? Ah, you can never know a person's heart. That night I sat in silence. My sister avoided my eyes. My heart boiled with fury, but I remembered my grandmother's words. When the tiger is silent, it is not out of fear. It is waiting, watching, choosing when to strike. And so I waited. 3 days later, the elders summoned us. The village square was heavy with expectation. I walked in wearing a plain white wrapper. My head was high, though inside me thunder roared. The elders sat in a circle, their staffs planted firmly on the ground. Ens Yugo, the oldest, raised his hand. Dinka, speak. You have accused your wife's sister. Tell us your evidence. Dinka stepped forward dramatically, his voice dripping with false sorrow. Great elders, I trusted her. I welcomed her as my sister, but she betrayed me. I kept 50,000 naira in a leather bag. The next morning, it was gone. Only one person entered my room that evening. Her. He pointed at me. The crowd murmured, nodding. I felt my chest burn, but I stayed calm. Then Ens Yugo turned to me. Oge, what do you say? I stepped forward, my voice steady. Elders, I am innocent. Let him bring proof, not words. I did not steal his money. I will never betray my blood. But doubt clouded their faces. Dinka was respected, a businessman with influence. I was just a young woman who helped her sister raise her children. Finally, the elders gave their verdict. You have 7 days to prove your innocence. If not, you will face exile. The crowd gasped. My knees weakened. Exile? For something I did not do? I bowed, hiding the fire in my eyes. So be it. 7 days. 7 days was all I needed. The world thought I was weeping in shame, but inside I was sharpening my claws. I watched him closely. Dinka became restless. He snapped at his wife. He avoided certain men in the market. At night, I heard him pacing. Then, on the second night, I overheard two traders whispering, "Have you heard? Dinka borrowed from the moneylenders. They say he must repay soon, or else." My lips curled. So that was it. There was no missing money, only debt. But I needed proof. On the fourth night, I crept near his window. The moon was full, casting shadows across the compound. I held my breath as I listened. Inside, I heard him mutter, "If they ask again, I will swear it was her. They will believe me. They must believe me." I clenched my fists. The tiger inside me stirred. By the sixth day, I was ready. On the seventh day, the council gathered. The crowd was larger than before. Dinka arrived, his face confident, his step proud. He thought I had nothing. He thought he had one. But the blood of Dim was burning in me. When the elders asked if I had proof, I raised my head slowly. "Yes," I said. Gasps filled the air. I revealed the moneylender's repayment notice I had stolen from his drawer. I called the two traders to speak. Their voices rang clear. Dinka stammered, his face pale. He tried to deny, but the paper was proof. His lies began to collapse. The elders struck their staffs on the ground. "You tried to destroy your wife's sister with lies. Shame on you." The people began to jeer at him. His pride was broken. But I was not finished. For I am from the clan of tigers. We do not just win. We strike. I closed my eyes. My grandmother's voice echoed in my head. "If they wrong you deeply, call upon the blood. Call upon the tiger." I inhaled deeply, and when I opened my eyes, they were no longer human. The crowd gasped as golden fire blazed from my pupils. My nails lengthened into claws. My teeth sharpened. My back arched. The women screamed. The men stumbled back. Before their very eyes, my body shifted. My skin rippled. My voice became a growl. And then, standing where Oge once stood, was a tiger. A great, striped beast with blazing eyes. The people scattered, wailing. "Dim, the clan of tigers. It is true." Dinka fell to his knees, his body shaking. I roared, the sound shaking the earth. I circled him slowly, my claws scraping the ground. He tried to crawl away, but I pinned him with one paw, my eyes inches from his face. "Lies brought you here," my voice growled, half human, half beast. "But fear will never leave you." I dragged my claws across the earth beside his face, leaving deep scars in the soil. He screamed, thinking it was his flesh. The crowd wept and trembled. None dared come close. At last I stepped back. My body rippled, my human form returning. I stood tall once more, my wrapper unshaken, my eyes glowing faintly. "Let today be remembered," I said, my voice thundering. "No one wrongs a daughter of Dim and escapes unmarked. We are tigers. We forgive nothing." From that day, Dinka could no longer sleep at night. Villagers said he woke screaming, dreaming of claws and glowing eyes. He avoided me, avoided crowds, avoided mirrors. His once proud walk became a shuffle of shame. As for me, I walked through the village with my head high. The whispers followed me, not of doubt, but of fear and respect. They called me Oge the Tiger, the woman who had unleashed her clan's ancient power. And my brother-in-law, he carried his lesson in his heart forever, because no man forgets the day a tiger's shadow falls over his soul.